Hello YouTube, it's Aster the Gamer with another episode of Wynmore, where I talk about what people are playing, what I'm playing, and what I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs more. For this episode, I don't know if I explained things really pretty well in my last video, but yes, I will be talking or discussing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically, sometimes I might have a friend with me to talk about it with, or not. I don't know. It depends. But, so, I guess we'll just go ahead and start then. First on the list would be Shaddolls. If you don't know who Shaddolls are, then you have been living under a rock, my friend. You have been in the dark. Whatever non-Shaddol area you were playing in, please let me know so I can go to it. Shaddolls were just recently released in the TCG, so if you weren't seeing them before, you will be now. Particularly in your locals or even your regionals. I don't know about regionals, but you'll start seeing them. Shaddolls basically, in a nutshell, discourage you from special summoning. There's Shaddol Construct or a Nephilim, which basically destroys any special summon monster battles. And then there's Winda, or I forgot what her Oshiji name is, but El Shaddol Winda basically says you can only special summon once per turn. Which, I mean, that's bad. So I guess there's only a few ways to combat Shaddolls, and that would be, in my opinion, simply getting their special summons off the field, and by off the field I mean banish them. Yes, you cannot send Shaddolls to the graveyard, particularly Winda and Construct, because they will simply get their fusion monsters, by the way, so they'll just simply get back their fusion spell card, and it just happens all over again, basically. Banishing them would be a wonderful idea. Shaddolls work by being destroyed by card effect and using their flip effects. So cards like Nobleman of Crossout would probably be a good way to get rid of Shaddolls, or most of them anyway. And then there's I guess 101 could work, but then there's the actual fact, can you get 101 on the field with Winda out, which basically says you can only special summon once per turn. So it's a loot. The best way around this, I would probably say, would be to use tribute summoning type decks, or decks that do well with normal summoning, which there's not a lot of those. But Monarchs would probably be a very good idea. Monarchs basically use their effects by being tribute summoned, and those in general are pretty good. I'm not sure if their mega forms have been released in TCG yet. I'm not 100% sure, so I can't really say, but basically any tribute summon based deck and then using Monarch support works very well. Cards in particular, March of the Monarchs, which basically says your tribute summon monsters can't be destroyed or targeted by card effect, basically giving them a god card type clause. And then there's the Monarch Storm 4th. I think that's what it is, which basically says you can tribute summon one of your monsters instead of one of your own for a tribute summon. Those two are basically staple in any tribute summon based deck. So you would want to use those against Shaddolls, which may or may not work. I mean, they were kind of released at the same time. Well, not the same time. They were around the same time. Some of them. Some came before, some came later, but tribute summon based cards are probably best against Shaddolls. There's also Qliphorts, which I haven't played against the Qliphort type deck, but basically Qliphorts pendulum monsters, they basically pendulum summon their weaker variants so you can tribute summon their stronger cards. I used to play Qliphorts with their first wave of support, and with those first few monsters I automatically knew that they were good, but with the second wave of cards where they got their boss monster and their spell and trap card support, now I think they're not broken. Shaddolls and Qliphorts aren't broken. There are ways to beat them. They're not unbeatable, but they're definitely competitive based decks now, as I want to say. They're definitely competitive based decks that we may see in tournaments or we may not. It all just depends. But that's pretty much it for what I'm seeing. I guess I'm not seeing too many Qliphort decks, more Shaddolls than that. Haven't seen Lightsworn decks for a while, but once in a blue moon you'll see one. And that's pretty much it. What I'm playing is a Dark Magician deck and Melodious type deck. Now, me personally, I will always use a deck that not too many people are using, or something that I just made on a whim. That's just what I believe to be creative, because I just don't want to use the same type of deck that everyone else is using. Basically, that's just tier 1 or tier 0 type stuff. That's just not how I want to play the game. I want to see different type of things. I want to see people try to use their own creative ideas and strategies to fight other people. That's the type of game that I want Yu-Gi-Oh! To become, and that's why I started this series. Dark Magician deck, it's pretty good. I have no real complaints, except when I top deck actual Dark Magician, which I just can't get rid of until I get out maybe the Xyz monster. I think that's special summons from the hand, but yeah, that's pretty much it for that. As far as Melodious monsters go, they're pretty okay. They revolve around special summoning themselves or special summoning each other for to gain their effects, which basically say that they gain attack or they can't be destroyed by battle or card effects and stuff like that. There's quite a few of them now, but I still feel they're a bit slow, so they'll probably need more spell and trap type support, which we will probably see later on. Now, if you watch the anime, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 or Arc V or whatever you want to call it, which you should, you would know that Melodious monsters are getting a fusion card soon. They've made a Melodious fusion. We haven't seen its effect or what it does or anything like that yet, but running fusions in a deck like Melodious seems a bit off. The fusion monster would have to make up for the combination. When you special summon a Melodious monster, it basically says something like Melodious monsters can't be destroyed by battle. If you special summon another one, it'll say something like they can't be targeted by card effects, can't be destroyed by card effects, and so on and so on. One might say special summon a melodious type monster and things like that. So they basically revolve around teamwork. So when you throw away two of your teammates off the field to special summon, what is what I'm trying to say? The card would have to be good enough to make up for the gap in any of the other melodious type monsters. Especially in this day and age where fusion monsters have to be somewhat generic. You don't see cards like Elemental Hero Flame Wingman for a reason, and that reason being it requires two specific materials, and those specific materials are vanilla. So you don't really see too many cards that say, oh, you need to have two Monster X and Monster Y. So it has to be generic, or at least half generic, where it says one Melodious X plus any other Melodious monster is what I'm trying to say. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and go straight on to our card. Right here you can see that I've posted my Wynmore type cards on Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Maker wiki, I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll have a link in the description so you can read over my cards or whatever. I won't post a card on here and then not make a video about it. But basically right here we have Heavenly Omega, a rank 12 monster. Basically I decided that Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs rank 12s. Because to me it just feels like it's something that that should be given to us. I don't know if Konami is going to make, because there were maybe 2 rank 12s in the anime that didn't make it to TCG that Konami, well, could make. One in particular is broken, because that was like the boss monster card or whatever. You know how Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime goes. So that's iffy. But right here we have Heavenly Omega. As far as the artwork goes, I was kind of going for like a glowing warrior-esque type monster. But anyway, 4,000 attack, 2,800 defense, 2 level 12 monsters. During either player turn, when a card effect activates, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. When this card destroys a monster, either by battle or card effect, and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of the destroyed monster in the graveyard. When this card leaves the field, special summon one light monster from your graveyard. So it negates card effects, it does extra damage, and then when it either destroyed, banished, or even tributed, you get to special summon one extra light monster from your deck. Design wise, what I was going for with this card is to support not only cards like Astral Force, which you can use to rank up this card, but also cards like Xyz Universe. Xyz Universe basically says send 2 face-up Xyz monsters on either side of the field to the graveyard and special summon an Xyz monster from your extra deck whose rank is equal to the combined rank or 1 less than those monsters that you sent. To me, it's basically Xyz Fusion, but to me, it's one of those cards that could be better. Now, in conjunction with this, basically you can send 2 rank 4s, which are the most common type of monsters that you can have. Send those to the graveyard, and then go into rank 8. And then when your opponent tries to Xyz summon again, you can send that rank 8 to the graveyard, and one rank 4 you have to go into Heavenly Omega. See the loot and the control. Not much else to say about this card. That's basically the general idea I was going for it. Astral Force would probably still be the better option when trying to summon this. I just wanted something that I just wanted a rank 12, to be perfectly honest. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a card that you think I should make, post it in the comments below, and I'll see if I can get back to you on that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.